I'll run. I don't know how to hide.
So after rolling through the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks, the Detroit Pistons have finally found someone who has stood up to them into the last few minutes of the game. With a minute to go, they're trailing it by 3.
Vinny on a curl. Johnson.
Dish inside Mahorn, didn't get the foul. I should say didn't get the field goal on the foul, is what I meant. It wouldn't fall for him.
He's upset. Pretty play. Well designed. I'm sure Doug knew they would go to Johnson, but you still have to execute. Even if the team knows what you're running, you do it right, you can get free.
Mahorn has already tied his playoff high in this game with 17. Moore's returning for defensive reasons, and Johnson.
When the Bulls get the ball, Brent, I think they should go to Cartwright, let him touch it. Michael with some penetration has been kicking to the wings. I can take a wing and then back out. They've got a better shot.
Misfired on the free throws. Left Detroit down by 3, and here's Jordan at the 52nd mark. And that may have forced the Pistons into going for a 3 here late in this sequence with those missed free throws. We'll see. Good tight defense outside on Pippen. Shot clock inside of 5. And a timeout has been called. So the Bulls call the timeout when they're in trouble.
20 seconds with 4 on the clock, and that's a tribute to the denial, particularly of Rodman on Michael Jordan as he attempted to get free. Now on the inbound, you've got to pressure, make it a tough pass. And it's got to be a quick hitter, screen down, get the man to make his move, catch it.
Interesting where Doug Collins brought this huddle. Out away from the sideline on the bench. No one can hear what he is calling right now.
Only one guy has to hear. Michael.
Well, we got to have an option of Michael anyway, don't we?
Well, they better. Now the key is how they set up the screen. Remember, Jordan got free against the Knicks, caught it, and made a penetrating dribble move.
4 seconds. It'll be Cartwright. They'll have to hurry. Great defense that time by Mahorn, and the 24-second clock expires. 30 seconds to go now in the game. Detroit is down by 3, and you have the option. Go for the quick 2 and set the defense and hope to get the foul, or hoist the 3 up. What are your thoughts here?
I think they should go down, try and get the quick shot, challenge the glass, get the deuce. They can always give a foul to somebody and get another opportunity.
All right, Bill, we'll come back and see what happens in just a moment.
Now it eats these things, all right? It opens its mouth, and it goes.
Peter, no TV till you've had your breakfast.
Now it eats these things, all right? Peter!
Well, don't worry, Mr. Bowen, you're covered.
Thank you.
It's automatic when you use the American Express card.
Lost, stolen, or damaged. A way to protect the things you buy.
Every so often, an idea comes around so incredibly. No! It changes the whole world. Yeah, okay, not the whole world, but it certainly changes your whole mouth because...
Incredibly cheesy!
It's a new cheese trio, and it's...
Three.
Yes, 3 kinds of cheese. Now, 2 plain broiled patties from...
Burger King.
American cheese!
Monterey Jack.
Altogether for a taste that is absolutely...
Unique.
It's more than a cheeseburger. Much more than a cheeseburger.
Cheese trio from Burger King.
Yes,
Delicious.
but it's got one problem. See better? But cheese trio won't get Burger King long.
32 seconds remain. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Championship. The Chicago Bulls and the Detroit Pistons. The Bulls battled their way here through a 6-game series against the New York Knicks. And they were a huge underdog. Like about 9 points coming into this game.
Chuck Daly put a play in. It's a play he's run in motion, but they stepped it out higher on the floor because teams were banging Vinnie Johnson out of bounds on the baseline. If they don't run the pick and roll, you might look for him running, getting a single screen on one side and a double on the other.
So the option here, Detroit has not been good from three-point land, and that's what they trail. So they could go for the quick two, hope to draw the foul along with it, then set the defense. We'll see what happens. Rodman will take the ball out of bounds. Thomas jumps out, but they drop to Lampier. They wanted to go back to Rodman, and he was covered beautifully by Pippen. Now it is Johnson, and as he comes around, it's going to be called against Detroit.
Mahorn with the down screen, and you've got to get a shot.
Now, they're going to get the ball back. 29 seconds when they took it out of bounds. Detroit desperately needing a stop here. Jordan trying to draw the foul. Rodman over on him. Jordan wants to go to the line. He keeps it on the dribble. Rodman not putting him on the line. And now underneath, finally the whistle sounds at the 18-second mark.
Now, you want to play this game, you better learn how to dribble. Michael Jordan kept it away, ran the clock down. Chuck Daly wanted to foul much sooner. Rodman trying to give it, no call.
And Michael was not about to give it up. Points.
Just another day at the office.
And the Pistons about to lose for the first time in the playoffs. They still have 18 seconds to go. And it's 93-88. Now they'll need the quick three, using their last timeout. So they must set their final strategy for 18 seconds. We'll be right back.
The Honda Lawnmower. It was first with a blade brake clutch that stops the blade without stopping the engine. First with a maintenance-free automotive-type shaft drive. And first with an easy-starting overhead valve engine. It's no wonder this is the first lawnmower good enough to be a Honda.
The most powerful engine in its class. 4 doors, room for 5. Available 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. We've done our part in separating Jeep Cherokee from everything else. Now it's your turn. Now with 0% financing and special option packages, you can save up to $3,040 on select Cherokees.
Final 18 seconds, 93-88, and the Pistons in danger of losing the home court advantage for this Eastern Conference Championship. And if this lead holds, this would be the first loss at home since January 27th for the Pistons when Cleveland came in here and beat them 80-79. In other words, Mark Aguirre has not played in a losing game for the Pistons here in Auburn Hills. But that streak could be coming to an end here.
Chuck Daly said all they have to do is hold serve, and right now they are. They've got to go to Vinny Johnson on that little curl play. He's been able to penetrate and dish.
The Pistons only 2 of 10 three-point land, and Collins saw a lineup switch. He saw Aguirre on the floor with Johnson, Dumars, Lambier, and Thomas. And he will want to adjust his matchups right now. So Doug uses a timeout.
I'm Michael Jordan. McDonald's restaurants have given me this time to talk to you about something we both really care about. Kids. Kids are the reason McDonald's sponsors their Get It Straight program, a national drug awareness effort. Think about this. Many of you using drugs out there now are under 18. Do you realize that at 18, you have lived only 1/4 of your life? When you're using drugs, you're only cheating yourself out of the chance to find out who you really can be. And believe me, if you don't use drugs, you can just about be anything you want to be. Listen, you got at least 3/4 of your life to go. That's 3 more lifetimes to you. So don't blow it. Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help. McDonald's wants you to give yourself a chance to find out all the wonderful things you really can be. And so do I.
Well, underneath the basket right now is Leslie Visser. Leslie?
Brent, Doug Collins just gave out the defensive assignments. He wants his players to be particularly careful of watching Lambier go for a three-pointer. In a good-natured gesture, Jack Haley turned to Craig Hodgson and said, "Hey, Craig, don't foul the three-point shooter."
That, of course, a reference to the other night at the Chicago Stadium when Brent Tucker brought New York alive. What a moment that was. 4-point play, but then Michael kept it. Doug told him to because he said they're going to put you on the line at the other end, and he called that right.
It's an obvious free situation, which means you might get an easy deuce quickly by going inside.
No, great defense by Michael Jordan this afternoon. It's Isaiah who's going to take it on Pippen. Short, banged into the hands of Paxson, and now the Bulls are going to take the home court advantage. Thomas wraps up Michael Jordan, but listen to this statistic. With that miss, Dumars, Johnson, and Thomas were 11 of 45 from the field. That's around 25% here this afternoon with the trio of outstanding guards.
And they are the envy of most teams in the NBA for their ability, and Doug Collins addressed it last night, to maneuver these three great players. So quite a letdown for Chuck Daly.
So the Bulls went into Madison Square Garden. They were down by 12 points late in that game, and they managed to come back. You could see the crowd just pouring out of here with 11 seconds to go. It is unbelievable what Michael Jordan is accomplishing in this great playoff run with the Chicago Bulls. And here he is bringing the clock down. The Bulls have won the first game, 94-88. The Chicago Bulls will return home. They will not stay here. They're going to fly back to Chicago tonight, work out in Chicago tomorrow, and come right back up here for the Tuesday game. No question about our Miller Lite player of the game, the one and only king, Michael Jordan, and Light Beer is proud to present a check for $1,000 on behalf of Michael Jordan to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Doug Collins is with Leslie. Let's go to her.
Doug, for the third time, you're able to steal the home court advantage from somebody. How'd you get it done?
Well, I thought we came out with great intensity on the defense, Leslie. And then the big thing is, when they hit us with their surge and they came at us, we maintained our poise. I was really concerned about their defense, totally flustering us. But when you look up on the board and see 88 points, our defense really won the ball game for us today.
Great job. Thank you, Doug.
Thanks a lot,
back to you, Brent.
All right, Leslie, and for Bill Raftery, Leslie Visser, Pat O'Brien, Andrea Joyce, I'm Brent Musburger saying so long from the Palace, where the Bulls have done it again. The final score, Chicago 94, Detroit 88. So long, everybody.
CBS Sports coverage of the NBA's Eastern Conference Final has been sponsored by Miller Genuine Draft. Cold filtered for real draft taste, so tap into the cold. Nike, who reminds you to just do it. And by Jeep and Eagle, official vehicles of the NBA.
In 13 cities and 10 countries across the Pacific, they're playing our song. United Airlines, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Halfway around the world. Come fly the friendly skies.
When the Chinese demanded democracy and made history, one network news organization was there. You always know when it's CBS News.
This is CBS.
Please don't litter. Take pride in the Virgin Islands.
Caribbean Travel, in operation at new offices in the Guardian Building, continues their 28 years of offering the lowest possible airfares with the best possible connections. Here, parking is easy, and Caribbean Travel, as the American Express Travel Service representative, handles your Traveler's Check card member and service establishment needs. Make airline or cruise ship arrangements at Caribbean Travel, and hear about their fabulous 4-city travel bonus, an opportunity you won't want to miss. Only at Caribbean Travel in the Guardian Building, Havenside.
What we have here is Fort Bay ginger beer with its smooth, rich ginger taste. This is Fort Bay Ginseng Ginger Beer. Same smooth drink with that extra ginseng zing. Ah, now that's ginger beer. Fort Bay Ginger Beer and Fort Bay Ginseng Ginger Beer.
This guy can fly. Bang, we got him on the Roz. Just trying to target him. Jam him.
Space technology of the 21st century.
He's pulling a 7G turn out of here.
Take the ball.